Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday, October 19th, 2022. Uh, this is Happy Nicolioki Day. Wednesdays, I do the Nicoliokis on Sundays and on Wednesdays. And the Wednesday ones, they're both fun, but the Wednesday ones are more relaxed because I'm in my car. I could talk as long as I want. The Sunday ones, I do it from the bathroom after work at Target, and it's always feels a little bit rushed because I never know when somebody's going to knock on the bathroom door there. So last Sunday, I felt like I just had to get through the Nicolioki, and it just seemed like there was so much explaining to do in my head that so I'll do all the bookkeeping and explaining in this video. So this is going to be a long one. I don't care. It's for me too, mostly for me in the future to see what's going on in my life. But just a heads up, I am in the doghouse. Okay, so, and I made it worse yesterday. I just made it worse. I don't know why you do this. People don't do this, but it's like I pretended like I didn't know why I was in the doghouse. I kind of know why, but I pretended like I didn't know why, or worse, I attributed it to something else and kind of jokingly said, oh, I'm in the doghouse for this, when I knew that wasn't it. And it just made things worse, I think. So I don't know why. So today's, I'm still feeling a little bit prideful, but it's a little bit getting down on my knees, a little bit, just a touch of it today, and begging for forgiveness. But it's Muse Appreciation. Anyway, it's called She Drives Me Crazy by Fine Young Cannibals. And there's some dog people going by, and I think the title speaks for itself. But before we get to that, one thing I liked about it, I looked it up when I saw it I saw the video, and I didn't know this. Ronald Lee Gift, he's the lead singer for Fine Young Cannibals. Great name, by the way. I think My Band Y'all is like the best name. And then there was Fritz and the Tantrums. Fitz, I'm sorry, not Fritz. Fitz and the Tantrums, like having a fit, is number 2, but Fine Young Cannibals is hilarious. I kind of like that. Third Eye Blind too. I was looking up some other songs, and Third Eye Blind's pretty good. But Roland Lee Gift has like a problem with this. Not a big problem. His front tooth is there. His front right tooth, like me. My whole front right tooth is missing, but his front right tooth was having a problem too, and I thought that was fantastic. I loved seeing that video after I did my Toothless Kiss Me last Sunday. So anyway, blah, 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 blah. We'll get to that later. Okay. We'll get to the Nicolioki later. So I had some explaining to do about my teeth and my Invisaligns and my glasses too, I guess. And I never know where to start, but I guess you just go chronologically. Sorry guys, just sit in. It's going to be a long one. I was born a poor black child. I was born a poor black child. I don't know why I always start out that way whenever I try to go back chronologically. That was from Steve Martin's movie, and I forget the name of it now. The Idiot or something? Was that it, you guys? Steve Martin's movie where he starts the whole movie, I was born a poor black child. I mean, maybe now it's considered offensive or something. But for me, I think I find it especially funny because I kind of was. I wasn't born a poor black child, but where I grew up in North Long Beach, like I was the only white girl on an all black basketball team. We had the best in junior high. At Hamilton Junior High, we were undefeated for like 3 years, won all city championships. We were a great team. And the funny thing is about race and everything, it was a very highly mixed school there in North Long Beach. And even in high school, when we played Compton High School, North Long Beach is right next to Compton. And Compton was in our league. We played them a lot of sports, and we'd go play basketball there in Compton, and my parents would show up, and it would be like a sea of black people in the audience, and my 2 parents. And I thought it was funny, and I didn't feel unsafe, and I didn't feel like, oh, why am I talking about this? I don't care. I am not stopping this video. This is it. Okay, so I'm in my car, and I'm just not stopping it. So, anyway, it's not like you feel unsafe there. I always grew up feeling safe there, in Compton and North Long Beach. And I think sometimes when I went to jail, I think maybe when I was outside of jail, some of it, it's like, here comes the psychology. I was feeling unsafe, like I was really, really going hard in war mode, going after the swamps. And maybe subconsciously I was feeling unsafe. And that might be, of course, the Nazis came after me and threw me in jail and all that. But a lot of it was, I think I felt safer in jail. You know, it was all black people in jail. And I felt at home. And maybe that's part of it. I'll have to go into therapy to do that. I'm not going to go into therapy. Therapists are freaking idiots. They have their, I'm sorry, they are. I don't know. I mean, if you go to therapy, that's fine, but I can't do it because a lot of they don't care about you, by the way. Just letting you know, nowadays, they just trying to get you onto drugs, or they try to control you in other ways, and it's just, forget it. I think you do fine figuring out yourself. Read a lot, listen to therapists if you like, and that's good for you, but I don't like it. I don't like them, and I was forced to do some sometimes. That's even the worst. The court order ones, like they're making my boo do that, they're making Kelly do that. The court-ordered family court forced therapy, where they, like, she's always saying, oh, my therapist says I should do this more and do this less. It's like, suck an egg. Leave her alone. Like, what is the therapist trying to control her like that? Just go away. Okay, that's, okay, so I don't know why. So let's start chronologically. I was born, okay, so when I was 15, I always tell people I lost my front tooth playing hockey, and the joke is I only have one front tooth missing because I'm half Canadian, and in other words, that's the joke. It would be both front teeth if I were fully Canadian. So I'm only missing one front tooth because I'm half Canadian, and the other part of the joke is I lost it playing hockey. Now that's not true, not 100% true. It just sounds good. It goes with the story and it feels cool, you know. Oh, I was playing hockey and I lost my front tooth, like a real Canadian, but half Canadian. But it wasn't really hockey. So the truth comes out here. It was something called broom hockey. And that's where you go out on the ice in Paramount. There's an ice skating rink there. It was near where we lived. And apparently there aren't very many ice rinks around. Like, you don't just grow up within walking distance of ice rinks. So this one is in Paramount. And you could rent it at night with big parties, and you do something called broom ball, which is super fun. Maybe they don't do it anymore because of because it's so slippery and can be kind of dangerous, I guess. But you go out on the ice in just your sneakers with brooms, and you play hockey that way, and it's super fun. And I did that, and I just bit the dust. I slipped and fell, as you do often when you're playing broom ball, and my teeth went right into the ice. So it wasn't. And I think it's because I'm just laughing so hard. You're laughing so hard doing this that my front tooth. So it wasn't a hockey puck to the mouth as much as a mouth to the ice. And I had my braces on at the time, 15 years old. I had my braces on, and I think if I hadn't had my braces on, my front tooth would have just come right out. It would have been blood all over the place and everything. Instead, I just got, but what happened was my tooth stayed in, but my tooth definitely died that night. Because over the next 15 years, I could see it in pictures. I didn't realize this, but when you look back at pictures, it's darker and darker and darker. And then 15 years later or 20 years later, it just fell out. And it's just a nightmare. You know, you have these dreams where your teeth fall out and you're losing control. And when it really happens, it really I wasn't expecting it. I knew it was getting loose and everything, but I thought it would fall out, but it didn't. It actually just broke in half. So it was scary. I looked in, it's like, you're like looking and you have half a tooth in your hand and you look and it's all jagged, half your tooth is missing. And then, that was traumatic. It wasn't traumatic. I knew it was eventually falling out, but I didn't know it was going to do it that way. And it felt like a bad dream, you know? So anyway, I don't know why 9 minutes. I don't care. This is going to go to 25 minutes. So that's the story of how my front tooth came out. So then I had a permanent front tooth put in, but that one eventually fell out 3 years ago. It just got looser and looser. It didn't fall out, but it got looser and looser. And then the guy, when I went to the dentist, he said, this has got to come out. He yanked it out, and he did have to yank hard, and because it was in there, but it was loose and falling down. So when you look at old pictures of me, from 10 to 5 years ago, the tooth was getting longer and longer. So when you smile, I had one tooth that was longer, and it was just, my fake tooth was falling out. And so I was recently explained that it came out, it should have stayed in forever, but it came out because my bottom teeth are still moving and they're crowding and they're pushing up against that tooth, and that's why it came out. So that's why when I'm getting my permanent tooth put in. This time they want me to straighten out my bottom teeth first, and they're very crooked and they crowd apparently. And then you say, well, if you had braces, why are your bottom teeth crowding? Okay, so that's the other part of the story of the teeth, and that is after I had my braces and after I did this, they came off, and I had a retainer, but I was out windsurfing this time. I was very athletic. And this time I'm still smiling, I guess, or whatever, but I'm on the board and, I don't know if you guys understand, but the mast is kind of, I don't know if you understand windsurfing, but I was in the water and I was fiddling with my mast and it popped out and it popped me in the mouth on the bottom of my, what happened was it just really kind of disformed my retainer. And I didn't realize it at the time. My bottom retainer hit me right in the mouth here. And I kept wearing the retainer. I didn't go in and get a new one or anything like that, but it wasn't fitting quite right. And it wasn't fitting right. So when I went back into the orthodontist the next time, my bottom teeth had already started to move right here on the right side. And it was like they were so mad at me because they said, we're not doing this anymore, or, whatever. It was going to have to cost my mom too much, or she was under teacher's insurance, by the way. It's fantastic. Kelly knows this because she was broke as hell, but she had braces and we were broke as hell and we were able to have braces. So teachers unions, I don't really support unions that much, but I'm telling you, they really made sure that the kids of teachers had braces and good health insurance. We really did. I had the best health insurance. I had a knee surgery when I was 16 that really it held until now. It's like the best. I had osteochondritis dissecans, went to Kaiser over there in Bellflower, and had the best doctor in the world for this one kind of surgery. And my knee always hurt from 0 to 16, and I thought it was normal. I could never straighten it out, and I just thought it was normal. But once they did that surgery, it never hurt again. I do have to keep lifts in my right leg because I am kind of crooked, and that's probably what caused it. So, okay, 12 minutes. I don't care. Thank you to the Teachers Union, Long Beach Unified School District, for having braces and for getting my knee surgery. And I have an okay knee. I probably will need a knee replacement way later, but it's been whatever. That knee's been, it hurt for 16 years of my life, and then it hasn't hurt that much since. More than the usual, like old lady pains, I guess. But they really fixed me up, except these little accidents I had with the front tooth and with the windsurfing. That didn't look good. So that's the story of why the bottom teeth were moving, and now they're really super crooked. So, and that's the story of why I got Invisaligns just recently, because I'm trying to get to the point where I could put in a front tooth permanently. And the good thing, I thought when I was getting them, I didn't know much about Invisaligns. So I thought it was just going to be the bottom teeth only, and on the inside of the mouth they put stuff. But turns out, people, if you get Invisaligns, just so you know, they're not invisible. Like, they put some stuff on your teeth that kind of look like braces a little bit, but they're clear, and except your front teeth. So you could kind of hide it a little bit. It does hide. But if somebody's up close and you smile real big, it'll look like you have something on your teeth, like you have food on your teeth or something. So it's not it's not like, I wouldn't of course, I'm always telling Kelly, you need to straighten out that gap, but I don't know how she could do that. I think there's other ways you could do it with teeth from behind, but it might affect her singing. But I just, seriously, baby girl, that's your livelihood. And I could see the gap, and it's there, and you really need to fix that because, that's, you need to fix the gap. And I don't know how you could do it because Invisaligns aren't going to do it for you. They'll affect the way you sing, and you can't. And you have to, so I don't know, just do it. Figure it out. But with Invisaligns, they do have these little things, and then you have these, let me explain this. I have them right here, actually, just for fun. So they scan your teeth, and then they say, here they are now, and then they give you these plastic things. They're called the liners, and you have to wear them, and you start with number 1, and you go up to like 26 or whatever, and they eventually move your teeth a little bit. And I don't have the reason I didn't want it last Sunday, I wanted to take the Invisaligns out for several reasons, because I had just gotten them in, and within 24 hours they really hurt. Like, I didn't know how they would work, but within 2 hours my most crooked bottom tooth was hurting like hell. So I said, this is great. It's really working on I didn't care about my teeth forever, but once I paid attention to how crooked my bottom teeth were, it was starting to drive me crazy. Like, get these Invisaligns in. I need to get them straightened out. I didn't care, but I spend my days at Target straightening out shelves, making everything straight, and spacing everything and making it look great. And then it just kind of like all of a sudden was driving me crazy that my bottom front teeth looked like a messy shelf. I was trying to get those damn teeth straight. So I was so happy to put them in. When they got in, I don't care that they hurt like hell, like at first, and they were for the first couple of days when I put my first aligners in, but it was going right after my most crooked tooth. So I know this is going to work. But this is and also I was explaining last Sunday, the front tooth, this is what they look like. They're like bottom tooth. And the front tooth, for them, I think they made this up. I put that in. Like, they gave me some little wax, and they said, you stuff it in. These are next week's. I wear the ones I have now on. See, I wear them for 2 weeks, and then I'll replace them with number 2, and then there's number 3 in another 2 weeks, and then you go back, and they have like a bunch of them, and you just keep going until your teeth are straight. And you're not supposed to eat with them, but they were hurting so bad that I didn't, and then it hurts to take them on and off for not eating. And so I left them in. They said you could eat with them, but it makes them grungy. And I said, who cares when you get rid of them after 2 weeks anyway. So I didn't know, but still, with the first meal I had, I kept them in because they were hurting, and I ate something that was free at work, and you know how it's hard to resist free food, and it was the macaroni and cheese, the kind that has like that orange powder. And I'm telling you already, I'm experimenting already, but if it stains your fingers, it's going to stain the Invisaligns. So the Invisaligns I have in right now, if you take them out, I took them out for the first time, and I said, what the hell? I didn't even have these Invisaligns for like 24 hours, and they're like orange. I've already stained them, and I didn't realize. I never ate the macaroni and cheese with them, but anyway, they'll stain. And that's why I didn't want to keep this in. I took them out. They're a little better now. After a while, the orange is going away, but I had like orange teeth. And so anyway, these are the clear ones, and I'm the one who put that in, the front tooth there. See, that's my front tooth. So it's like wax that I stuff in this one tooth, and I'm doing that better too. So I didn't do it right on my first one either too well. And you only have one shot at it, or you could put the wax in, and if it doesn't go right, you take it out, but then you can't do it again. You can only take it out one time. And I'm getting better at doing that too in my Invisaligns. So anyway, you put them in, they hurt, you're not supposed to eat in them. I did. You're also not, I also ate some pistachio nuts with them in. Don't do that, because that really chewed them up. Like, they're rough now up on my molars. So don't eat pistachios with them. Don't eat anything that stains if you're going to eat with them. And then don't eat it all with them. But anyway. And that's Invisalign. So I still have little things on my front teeth. And and even with the Invisaligns in, if you look closely, the little things that they put in on your teeth that look like food when you don't have the Invisaligns in, when you put them on, they're little bulbs over them. Like, it looks weird up close. But far away, it's okay. It's not bad from here. She is my fake front tooth with the wax, and so I like them. I think it's going to be fine. I don't care. I just want my teeth straight because I just want the tooth straight, and I'm into function, and I want the teeth straight because that's driving me crazy. I want to straighten them out like I'm straightening out shelves, and I also want to make sure that my front tooth, when it does come in a year or 2 years, they said maybe, that it'll be like permanent, and my teeth won't push it out. It's in for 3 lifetimes. So that's the tooth story. Okay, so 20 minutes. So the glasses story is I have glasses that were reading glasses, and they could do pretty well at reading at this level, and then also what's called mid-level. I'm calling it now, like from 3 to 6 feet, like I'd say 2 to 4 feet, meaning they help me if I could read with them, and I could also see, like when I'm driving, you could see the dashboard stuff and your speedometer, and at work I could read labels on boxes as they go back as we're unloading the truck, and that's fine for my reading. Those are mid-level to close glasses. And then I had glasses for seeing far, which were my reading glasses until my eyes got weaker. So when I strengthened my reading glasses, those glasses, my 2s turned to 3s for reading, and then my 2s became great for farsighted seeing. So that's what I had. I had these Walmart reading glasses for both distance and mid-level. But then there reached a point when the 3s, I couldn't see very close, and I couldn't go up any further, And I thought I better go see an eye doctor. So turns out once you get to a certain point, you can't do everything with one pair of glasses. The way I was, at least the mid, or even just two pair of glasses. But they tried. They gave me bifocals, but the bifocals were, I could see very close for reading, like the reading glasses, and I could see distance, but the mid-level was just off. I couldn't, and that's where I live. I would say 75% of my life in the mid-level range, like at work and, what am I doing? So, at work and and just driving the car, I didn't care if I couldn't see too much in the distance. Blurry is a little bit okay, but I wanted to see my dashboard. And the only thing that, and the other thing about the bifocals that I don't like is that the up close, the reading glasses, you have to, it's a tiny little part of it in the bottom. And so when I'm on the computer or I'm watching a movie on the computer or whatever it is, I want the full glass. I want everything in focus. I don't want to have to be pointing my nose right at everything with a tiny little focal spot. So the bifocals do not work. So what I learned, and those are what I got the bifocals. They're very expensive, but now they're fantastic for long distance viewing. Oh my God, I think I can see better when I'm driving with these glasses now than I did even before. Is it possible? I think they're so clear, and they have these cute little sunglasses that just flip right on them, that just attach right on them with a magnet, and they're so thin and they're so breakable. So that's all I use those glasses for now, because for the reading, I have reading glasses which are big and they see everything, and then for the long distance, but I actually have 3 glasses. So now my past reading glasses you've seen me in are these. God, this is so complicated. And these I use at work and for everything else, and I could see a little bit, but the problem is, I could read. I could even do the Nicolioki with these glasses. It's okay, because I could read mid-level a little bit and at work, but not super duper up close. Like if it's super tiny writing at work and super, I have to really see it. It's kind of blurry, but I could still strain and see it. So these are still okay. They will eventually become my long-range glasses, I guess. But these are my new reading glasses. So now I have basically 3 pairs of glasses, because you can't have one pair of glasses for all 3. So the next time I go to the optometrist, I can't go too often, once a year under insurance, I'm going to ask for glasses like bifocals if they have them, for long distance and medium range only, and forget the short range. I don't know if they're aware of this, but there reaches a point at an age when you can't have one pair of glasses for all 3. So the bifocals were long range and short range, and it was horrible in between where I live, so I can't wear them, and I can't even wear them to do the Nicoliokis, because this is mid-range. I can't read them, so that's why I bragged about having new glasses, and they're fantastic, and I don't care that they make me look even geekier. These are geeky too, but those are super geeky looking on me, and I don't care, because I'm all about function. But the reason I'm not wearing them is not because they look too geeky. It's because they don't function. I can't read the Nicolioki here, the words, with those glasses. I just use them for driving, and that's it. And even when I'm driving, I can't see my dashboard with them. So that's, so the next bifocals, if I get any again, are going to be, I'm going to ask the optometrist, please make them focus from long range to mid range, and forget the reading, because I just love the reading glasses. I could see everything fine. When I'm watching movies, I don't have to point my nose up at everything. And, so I'm just learning about glasses. I'm learning about teeth. I'm learning about everything, and it's fine. I enjoy it, and I'm regurgitating it out to you now because it's just interesting to me, and I didn't know about any of this stuff, and because I'm just going to forget. I'll forget about all this stuff in the future. When I'm writing about a character, or I need some kind of information, it'll be nice to have a character who has Invisalign, or a character with these kind of problems, and to read about it. It helps with details and stuff, and that's what this is about. This is to me. It's a video to me. See. So anyway, what was that? So I covered that. What else did I have to cover? I think that was everything. See how long that was? 24 minutes. I can't be sitting in the bathroom at Target describing all this stuff. And so let's do it. I think there's something else I wanted to talk about, but I think that's everything. All right, let's do it. She drives me crazy. The title speaks for itself. Hoping to get out of the doghouse. I think we'll see. I'm not driving you crazy on purpose, boo. Okay, you know that I love you. All right. I know that you love me. This plays a lot on Target Radio, by the way. All right. That's a whole other subject area, by the way. Let's do that. I think I might do a Nicole reads her YouTube post today, because there's a lot of stuff going on with the stocks and things like that. They're going to go up a little bit right now, people. I said they're going down, and they will, but because of the election coming up, midterms, they're going to go up a little bit, but it's fake. I'm telling you, man, don't fall for this stuff. That stuff's going down. Because Target Radio I love, but they've been playing like a tobacco song now like almost every day, or every day for sure, like sometimes twice a day. It's just nope. They're going down. They might even break through the March 20th lows, but we'll talk about this in another post. And so love Target Radio. This plays a lot on it. I love it when they don't play the tobacco songs especially, but I don't know. It's not looking good for long term. I don't think those look so bad. Those are Invisaligns. It's not bad. On the camera, I don't know. Okay. She drives me crazy. He goes really high too, but he has a really high voice. I can't stop the way I feel. Things you do don't seem real. She drives me crazy. Ooh, ooh. Oh, sorry, that's my... Oh, let's do this again. Go away. It's all skin. Okay. She drives me crazy by Finding Young Cannibals. I can't stop the way I feel. Things you do don't seem real. She drives me crazy. Ooh, ooh. Like no one else. Ooh, ooh, she drives me crazy, and I can't help myself. I can't get It sounds like the circus when I do that, but it's a little ditty you'll recognize. I don't know. It's a very popular little ditty. I can't get any rest. People say I'm obsessed. Everything that's serious lasts, but to me that's no surprise. What I have I know is true. Things go wrong, boo, they always do. She drives me crazy. Ooh, ooh, like no one else. Ooh, ooh, she drives me crazy, and I can't help myself. Boop, do. I won't make it. On my own. No one likes to be alone. Come on, baby. I'm sorry. Whatever. It's not whatever I did. I know what I did. I'm just not going to say it here. No one likes to be alone. She drives me crazy, and I can't help myself. That's how I end it. All right. So it's not quite a muse appreciation, but it's an I'm sorry-ish. And also, she was singing this one song. What is it? Oh, I like it when my man can live without me. It's like, no, don't. When they say that, don't believe it. Okay? No. No. So, I am saying I don't want to be alone. All right. That's it. So, living my best life. I'm just trying to think of what else I wanted to talk about. There's so much to talk about. 29 minutes. All right, let's go to 30. No, okay, 29. Let's stop before 30. Don't care. Posting the whole thing. Because once I got started, I just had to get all this stuff off my chest. Living my best life. Everything's going to be okay, everybody. And it really is. It's just looking so good. Well, except I hope you understand, baby girl, that I'm just trying to protect you most of the time. Like, really. I mean, I do have a thing against the people attacking you, that I would do this for free, and I would do it even if you weren't my boo or my muse, but I'm doing it, like, doubly because of that, so. And sometimes it goes a little bit wrong. It always does. All right, 29:56, 29:58. Bye, everybody. Everything's going to be okay. Talk to you on Wednesday. Bye. 30 minutes.